if you're wanting to achieve anything great in life, I would definitely recommend reading this book. But if you're not going to, I'll share some key takeaways from it. I like to learn something new every day, and I call them a brain booster. This book is The Diary of the CEO by Stephen Bartlett, The 33 Laws of Business and Life, and this is law number 2. Law number 2 states, in order to master it, you must create an obligation to teach it. And within this law, it discusses a simple technique used to build an audience, to develop a skill, or to master an idea or a concept. Going back to the first law, where it discusses the importance of filling your buckets in the right order, this technique essentially fills those first 2 buckets, your knowledge and your skills. When someone can take a really complex idea or piece of information and teach it in the most simplest form and their audience can understand it, that is when that person has really mastered that concept and they have an in-depth understanding of it. So to get to that point means you have to have an obligation to teach it, which means you need skin in the game. Whether that be your reputation, your audience's attention, money, or time, there must be skin in the game to help motivate you to continue learning and to continue pushing forward. Example Stephen uses is in his early days, he created an obligation and a social contract between his audience that he would post every single day on Twitter with a new idea or a new concept and sharing information. This then generated an obligation for him to show up every single day, which motivated him to do it. And the skin in the game that he had was if he didn't do it, he would lose his audience's attention and he would also damage his reputation. He said it was a really integral part for him to fill his knowledge and skill buckets because this helped him develop that knowledge and those skills. And he used the Feynman technique. So what's involved in this technique is you must do something publicly and you must do it consistently. This technique is a really powerful model for self-development, and the key steps are you first must learn it. Learn the idea or the information or the topic that you are trying to master. Number 2 is explain it to a child. You must be able to write it down in the most simple form. So remove all the complexities and take it back to the essence of what it is. Number 3 is share it to an audience, whether that be sharing it online, sharing it at the dinner table. Convey your idea to this audience and get feedback. Then number 4 is review it. So review the feedback that you receive. See then if your audience that you presented it to can then repeat it back to you. Your audience have understood you so well that they can repeat that back to you and they understand it. It means you have a really in-depth understanding of it, so you can move on to the next topic. If they don't, you need to start again. You need to go back and figure out how to learn it in a different way. Teach it to a child, then share it again, and then review it. In summary, this law talks about how you should learn more, simplify more, and share more. Create an obligation to do so. Be consistent to further your progress, and then refine your skills, which will then lead you to mastering whatever you're trying to master or achieve or learn. And there's actually a quote at the end of this book, or the end of this law, which I really like. It says, "You don't become a master because you are able to retain knowledge. You become a master when you are able to release it."